Hello, welcome to Holy Trinity and Corpus Christi Church and the return to public Mass this weekend. We're incredibly excited to be able to come back to Mass with our faithful. And we know some are still going to remain virtual and listening to us on the radio. But we wanted to go over kind of what to expect as you return to Mass. First, know that we are going to be, as you come in and you've parked, that you're going to possibly start to see signage of whether we have room for individuals in the church or if we've hit our max. We're asking that everybody sign up on Sign Up Genius. You could get that online on our website at holytrinitywci.org, or you can call the parish office to sign up at 515-955-6077 to get that sign up done. If you're someone who signed up on Sign Up Genius and you know you're in the church, you'll just go ahead and go on in, and the ushers will help get you seated once you're in there, but please let them seat you. If you're someone who signed up for the center, then you'll just go ahead and use the north door to enter the center. But if you didn't sign up, which we know that's going to happen, is you're gonna come and check out and see if there's any possible room here in the church. If there's not, then we're going to ask that you go ahead and go over to the center. You'll be watching it through a live stream in the center, but we want you to know that you will be able to receive the Eucharist at the end of Mass. And of course, that's our high point of the Mass, is the reception of the Eucharist. Just a reminder, the doors will unlock a half hour before Mass. So you'll want to just, wait until about that time, and then you'll go ahead and come in. We look forward to seeing you. Well, now we're inside of the church, and once you enter the church through the three entrances that I've already described, you'll come in, and you're going to come upon seeing the hand sanitizer at each of those entrances. We ask you to utilize the hand sanitizer, and then there are masks here in case you do not have one that you brought with you that we ask you to wear. The masks are asked to be worn by all individuals 2 years of age and older. We certainly understand that that's going to possibly be difficult for our younger parishioners to keep it on. We just ask that you do your best. For our other parishioners who may have difficulty breathing as Mass time goes on, once again, we just ask that you try and do the best you can with that. Once you're in, you've got your hand sanitizer, mask. Also, if you have an envelope for the offertory, this is going to be the time that you go ahead, and we'll have over by our baptismal font a container that is secured where you can put that in. So you're welcome to go ahead and do that. There's also the opportunity to use our online giving or talk with Bob Heidenreich at the office about setting up ACH. And then once you're kind of taking care of those things, then your ushers will be here, and they are going to help seat you. Because as we've stated, we're asking everybody to sign up ahead of time using Sign Up Genius due to our COVID protocol. All right. For our next part, we're going to talk about what you're really going to notice in the Mass that is definitely different. And as you might remember, we did not have hymnals or missalettes when we had the close to the public Masses, and we'll continue that. There will be no paper in the pews. Along with that, there will be no printed bulletins. You'll need to find that online at the website. Then we'd be looking at your cantor. What you're going to notice about Mass now is that we're all going to be wearing masks. So the cantor's going to do the singing, and then we will do what we can in responsorial, but it's going to be kind of muffled with having those masks on. And then the remainder of the music is going to be more towards an instrumental music. So you will probably notice that change, and it'll certainly feel different when we move to that. The following then would be the offertory and gifts. As we stated earlier, the offertory you'll put up as you walk in, because there will be no passing of baskets as we have traditionally done to avoid contact with each other. And then we'll be looking at the gifts will already be set up on the altar, and they'll just bring them over from there. The next part would be sign of peace, and once again, as we were doing just before we closed a public mass, we were not extending a handshake. For the sign of peace, that will continue. So the priest will say, peace be with you, we will respond, and then we move directly on. So we ask that you not go ahead and reach out to others in the congregation during the sign of peace. And that reception of Eucharist. Much of it will seem very similar, but there will be definitely a difference, as it will not occur when you receive Eucharist. It will occur at the end of Mass. The priest will go ahead, consecrate it, he will consume. So if you've been watching, as we have been doing our virtual Masses, you have noticed how that kind of rhythm works with that. And that's what will continue. And then at the close of Mass, then we will work through and begin giving you the reception of the Eucharist. The ushers will guide you, because we will not be using what we've traditionally done for our lines. We're going to be using our side aisles. So they'll guide you through that. You will go up, you will receive, you'll go ahead and move your mask, take the Eucharist, and put your mask back up, and then we will show you, you'll just leave at that time. And that's a very awkward, and it certainly can understand why be a little heartbroken, because we're used to returning to the pews and offering prayer at that time. But due to the COVID-19 protocols, this was one of those pieces that needed to happen to be able to get us back to public Mass and reception of the Eucharist. So your patience with this is greatly appreciated. We look very forward to returning to more normalcy someday, to where we're doing this in the order that we've grown accustomed to. And then once everybody has left, our ushers will be helping us, and they'll be sanitizing. So we want you to know that before you come to Mass, that it will be sanitized, so you're coming into somewhere safe. And then we'll do that afterwards, and that'll happen after each Mass. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend.